The rich girl visited her boyfriend's rural home for the first time, but to her horror she discovered his mom used a 60-year-old vintage Matthias cooking wine for marinating fish. Even the firewood in the kitchen was golden Nanmu worth $1 million per cubic meter, and before every meal, the family rinsed their mouths with tea. That turned out to be Wui de Hompo from Mother Trees worth $5 million per pound. What shocked her most was when the grandfather generously gifted her a red envelope worth $1 trillion on their first meeting. That's when the girl realized her rented boyfriend's family was anything but ordinary, and she was absolutely right. The man before her was actually heir to the wealthiest business empire, but he had no idea of his true identity, because his grandfather raised him humbly on purpose, disguising himself as a scruffy scavenger who drove a $10 million Bentley around collecting bottles. So the man unknowingly spent over 20 years picking up trash, until this year as Qingming Festival approached. Grandpa issued an ultimatum: if he didn't bring a girlfriend home for ancestor worship, he'd be cut off from the family forever. To complete this mission, the man started wandering the streets looking for a girl to help him out, but no one gave him the time of day. Everyone thought he was crazy. Just as he was about to give up, a Maserati stopped in front of him. The door opened, and out stepped a stunning girl with legs for days. She was the beauty queen of the business school, and also a rising star in the acting world. But the first thing she said was asking the man to pretend to be her boyfriend. All the students nearby were instantly consumed with envy. Little did they know she had conditions. The man had to go home with her for a day to help her deal with family pressure to marry, and fend off her obsessive suitors. To show her sincerity, she transferred him 2,000 yuan on the spot. But just as they were about to meet the parents, trouble came knocking. The school principal's son showed up. Using his powerful background, he had been aggressively pursuing the girl. Now seeing her with a poor guy, he publicly vowed to humiliate the man. But the man stood his ground and wrapped his arm around the girl's shoulder, leaving the principal's son speechless with rage. Seeing this, the girl decided to go all in on the act and announced she would visit his parents with him, telling the other guy to give up all hope. Then she drove off toward the man's home. At that moment, his family was living in a rundown house. Grandpa was enjoying a massage, mom was getting her nails done, and dad was commanding the staff to monitor the young master's movements. The moment they heard he was bringing home a girl, the whole family snapped into poverty disguise mode. Dad removed the priceless tea from the table. Mom had her nails forcibly removed by the maid. Grandpa swapped his luxurious sandalwood cane for a broken stick. The three of them rushed to the table and started picking at vegetables. When they saw the man return with his girlfriend, mom warmly offered her some tea, but the girl took one sip and instantly noticed something was off. She said the taste was identical to the rare de Hompo tea that sells for a fortune, but the man had been drinking it since he was a kid, and explained it was just wild tea handpicked by Grandpa. Mom even used it to boil tea eggs. Trying to change the topic, mom quickly got up to cook. The man offered to help since he knew her back hurt, and the girl also offered to lend a hand. But this made mom panic, because she didn't know how to cook at all. She usually just prepared the ingredients and passed them to a hidden compartment, or a state banquet chef cooked everything and served it. The girl saw auntie was about to handle the fish, so she went to the cabinet for cooking wine. But what she found was an entire shelf filled with bottles of mutai aged over 60 years.